Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema, ikhaya lami, ilondoloze, uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami.
Good afternoon, and welcome to year 17 for Sister to Sister, but the 16th annual Black Butterfly, Black Monarch graduation celebration due to COVID. We have a beautiful program for you here this afternoon, and I am Linda McCurdy, and I'll be your MC for the program. Next up is Irene Moore, who will do the invocation and land acknowledgement.
Good afternoon. We acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Ojibwa, Odawa, and Potawatomi peoples, the Three Fires Confederacy. And we acknowledge that we are partners in maintaining this land, that we need to be mindful of our relationships to our original peoples, the land, the water, and one another. At this time, I would invite you to join me in a meditation. We want to begin by acknowledging that one of our sisters, one of our members, has lost a very dear family member today. And so, Chantel Browning Morgan, our hearts are with you. Creator, who is known by many names, we ask that you give to each of these graduating students your gifts of pride, hope, determination, and that you ensure that each of them is fully aware of the love that surrounds them in this community. All of us who are part of this event and those who are watching among our community members have wrapped our metaphorical arms around you and are wishing you well as you proceed from this momentous occasion to the next phases of your respective lives. We are grateful that the ancestors have endowed you with the gifts of intelligence, problem solving, critical thinking, dedication, confidence, belief in yourself, and that overwhelming gift of optimism. And we ask that our Creator surround you with all of the gifts and tools that you will need to make the most of your lives as you move forward. We ask this in many names, depending upon our respective traditions, but we are all united together in sending off our graduates with the greatest of hope and positivity, and we wish you well.
I apologize to Mr. Davis for forgetting the name on the end of Irene Moore Davis's name. Just a little bit of a history about Sister to Sister. Our group came together 17 years ago as a group of women who had a view of doing something in the community to motivate and recognize our youth. A group of very diverse women came together, and we have been doing the Sister to Sister Black Butterfly, Black Monarch graduation celebration ever since. We work very well together, and I have to say that one of the reasons that we don't have any issues is, and I say it every year, we have no money. We have nothing to cause issues. We have no hierarchy. Everyone does their jobs. And as usual, we came together today, and it's going to be a beautiful event. Among those women who make up our group, we have psychologists, educators, performing artists, nurses, healthcare administrators, philanthropists, and lipstick enthusiasts. We have historians, lawyers, entrepreneurs, youth advocates, coaches, professors, politicians, salon owners, activists, and many, many more. Women who lend their time and their knowledge to coming together to have this celebration every year. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Nadine Monroe Wakaro. I got all of the names, and I'm going to exit.
Thank you, Linda. Maya Angelou once said, "How important it is for us to recognize and celebrate our heroes and sheroes." As we celebrate our graduates' rise at this pivotal time in your lives, we take this time to recognize those that have come before us. We are so excited, graduates, to see all that you are going to accomplish to move things forward from our past heroes and sheroes. So please enjoy this presentation made by one of your graduates, Gabrielle Monroe Dubois, to the vocals of myself as we sing a rendition of Rise Up, written by Andra Day and Jennifer De Silvia.
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we're gonna walk it out and move mountains. We're gonna walk it out and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise we'll take the world to its feet and move mountains, bring it to its feet and move mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. All we need is hope. And for that we have each other. And for that we have each other. And we will rise, oh we will rise, we'll rise up. I'll rise up, rise like the day, I'll rise up. In spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up, high like the waves, we'll rise up. In spite of the ache, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you.
Hi, my name is Elaine Williams, and today I have the honor of introducing our first speaker, Kayla Wilson. Kayla is a Windsor native. She's a proud graduate of Sandwich Secondary School and completed her undergraduate education at the University of Windsor. She graduated with an honors Bachelor of Biological Sciences in 2019 and completed a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology in 2020 with distinctions and is a Gold Lead Medallion Scholar. She's currently speaking to us from Los Angeles, California, where she's completing a Master's of Science in Human Genetics and Genetic Counseling at Keck Graduate Institute. Kayla is passionate about making science accessible and continues to work for We Spark Health Institute, which is a collaboration between the University of Windsor, St. Clair College, Hotel Duke Grace Healthcare, and Windsor Regional Hospital. Before moving to California, Kayla volunteered as a student program leader with Windsor Cancer Research Group, a child life volunteer at Windsor Regional Hospital, and as an active member of Science Meets Art, SMART, and as a crisis responder for crisis text line Kids Help Phone. She currently volunteers in Los Angeles as part of Uncommon Good, which is an organization committed to ending the intergenerational cycle of poverty through innovative programs in education, health, and urban farming. Kayla enjoys learning from her two children, Ari and Evangeline, baking, and reading about the latest fashion trends. Please join me in welcoming Kayla Wilson.
Hi, my name is Kayla Wilson, and I'm a proud Windsor native and a graduate of Sandwich Secondary School. I'm speaking to you from Los Angeles, California, where I'm currently completing my Master of Science in Human Genetics and Genetic Counseling. I recently made this move here with my two children, and we've been learning all about time change, of course, swimming in the Pacific Ocean, and In-N-Out Burger. First off, I wanted to say a big congratulations. You survived high school and in a pandemic, and that's no short feat. And I'm sure that this last year and a half has been extremely difficult, and so you should be extremely proud of yourself and this accomplishment thus far. High school is tough, And it probably felt like it took forever to get to this point, but it's honestly so hard for me to believe that it took place for me 13 years ago. And my dad always said that 4 years would fly by, and I didn't believe him, but he was right. And as soon as high school is done, it just completely is a blur. And I sit here today and again, I can't believe it. Um, I'm here to speak to you today because you're graduating, of course, and I just want to deliver some sage wisdom that I've had over the last decade or so, and things I wish I had known when I was 17 or 18 years old, starting to chart the waters of adult life by myself, thinking I had the answer to every situation. And so I hope that you find this relevant for you. Um, but of course, this is my own experience and completely unique. And um, it's cool that you get to define your own path and be who you are, um, which is cool and something I didn't know was possible until even just more recently. When I entered high school, I found myself caught between two worlds. I identify as biracial, both Black and white, and I felt that I couldn't be accepted in the majority because of my inherent Blackness, but I wasn't Black enough to be accepted in the minority. And so I kind of grappled with these socially prescribed paradigms that were used to define how I should talk, act, or dress, because up until that point, I had defined myself by who I was and not what I was. And it was confusing that others could use the color of my skin to dictate who I was, notwithstanding our commonalities in our backgrounds, our cultures, experiences, and interests. And so high school was a proving ground, and my peers and I learned that there isn't this one archetype and that we all are very much the same. We all want to feel loved, supported, and strive to be the best in life that we can, no matter what that looks like. And so coming from that, it's just defining who you are and taking what your experiences are and defining that in a way that's meaningful for you and not allowing others and social paradigms to kind of describe and dictate how you should be. And I found that that was something I didn't really appreciate until I was much older and out of high school. And you know what? Another big thing that's really important for me to say is that you don't have to have everything figured out right now. I decided to get married at a really young age, and I found myself shackled to someone else's ideals and confined by their expectations of what I should be. And I kind of became a shell of my former self, and I was utterly defeated. And I felt that I was kind of resigned to this role of being a wife and really soon after becoming a mom. And so I had to lay aside my own hopes and aspirations and become kind of a piece of furniture. So just somebody that's kind of just standing there in somebody else's dreams and not able to pursue my own. And I felt that that was really, really hard. And so, of course, a wife and a mom is something that many of us strive to be, and some of us don't. And that became an important aspect to define me. But I felt at that time that my thoughts and my values became of little worth. And so at that time, I ended up leaving my husband at the time, and I had a toddler and I was pregnant. And so I didn't really know where to go or what to do. And my parents had always said to me that I could come home, and that's eventually what I did. And ultimately, I found freedom after my son was born, and I returned to university and I reestablished myself, Kayla, as the individual. And I began pursuing an undergraduate degree. And that was well after many of my friends had graduated, and I was in my later 20s. And I returned to what I loved the most, and that was helping others. And it reignited that quiet confidence that I had had before that had almost been extinguished. I found solace in the scientific method, which is why I'm still continuing to pursue science and evidence-based outcomes. And I found joy in seeing those basic applications of science in a lab have global impacts. And now have a degree in biology and another in psychology. And I understand that I have so much more to be thankful for. The key is resilience and plasticity. And if any of you are pursuing the sciences or social sciences, you'll realize that those are two common factors in both disciplines and quintessential to who we are. And so I'm thankful for those insulating factors like my parents and my support system that allowed me to basically emerge from a traumatic experience relatively unscathed. And I'm thankful that my genes, which are a part of who I am and something that can't be changed, conferred a degree of adaptability and allowed me as an individual to change and adapt to different situations when things became tough or things became easier. And I'm thankful that I was able to see through all of this that my children are so important. And that's why it's important to have stable relationships and um, things that they're able to do and pursue their interests, because ultimately those things have an impact later on down the road. And I'm thankful that my upbringing and my growth, I was able to use that and be resilient and come forward. And so, one thing that I would want to say is that you need to turn adversity into advantage. And I am who I am today because of my individual struggles and my experiences. And the same is for you, is that we all have moments of adversity. And though it really sucks when you're going through it at the time, you ultimately will come out of it. And how you choose to recover and move on can have greatness in that, and that you don't need to be afraid of failure, and that you can come back stronger than you were before based on these experiences. One of the things I would also say is to find a support network, even if it's just one person. And I totally acknowledge that not everyone has the same unconditional positive regard of both parents or family members, but you can find a support person in a valued friend or a professor or a supervisor where you just feel comfortable to be who you are and unburden yourself and share your insecurities and your fears, and just kind of know that you can go to them when you're feeling down or going through something tough, or as well as rejoice with you when you're successful and you achieve a goal that you've set out for yourself. And another thing that I would say is to more importantly support each other. We are social creatures and we believe in a collective success, and altruism for me is something that I believe which drives humanity forward, and it's something that has allowed us to be successful over generations. And something that has always stuck out to me in this last year is that we need to, instead of empowering each other, we need to help each other find the power that is already within us. And so what that looks like and how we define it is up to us. And so trying to instill values or things that we believe are valuable into other people or other cultures, I don't believe is the way forward. It's finding what is valued within those people and in those cultures that makes them unique and special, and how can we use that to advance society and the common good. And at the end of all of this, when you're starting your new stage in life, whether you're going to college or university or going out into the workforce right away, is to get involved. Get involved in something that you're really passionate about. Make lasting connections. In volunteering, you learn so much about yourself, others, and what you value yourself most. And you gain these valuable transferable skills that help you build relationships with people that could be instrumental in helping you achieve your goals. And for me, I have spent a lot of time volunteering, and I still continue to volunteer as much as I can. And that's been such a positive example for my children, and in turn, a positive example for myself, because I find that I learned so much more from other people by doing things that would be outside of my comfort zone, or not necessarily something that I would have chosen for myself at the time. And I've found passion in things that never would have excited me before, something that I wouldn't have known about. And so I know that I have lasting relationships with some of my supervisors, and I can go to them at any point, even though I'm not a part of University of Windsor anymore or some of these other organizations. I can email them, and I know that they will reply, and that they will have valid things to say, and that it's unbiased and for my best interest because of these relationships that I've built over the last several years. And so I just have a quote here from Cicely Tyson, and I feel like that it summarizes so much of what I'm trying to say. And so she says, challenges make you discover things about yourself that you never really knew. They make they make the instrument grow and stretch, and you go beyond the norm. And so just using what you have and what you could gain, um, and stepping outside of your comfort zone is where you'll have the most growth and the most value in the things that you find. And so I encourage you to step outside and find things that excite you and try things that are new and be unconventional and define yourself and who you are. And you know what? It's okay if you haven't figured that out today or tomorrow or in the next year, or if you pursue a degree in one major that if you find out that's not something that you're passionate about, or you can't see yourself doing that for the rest of your life, it's okay to change. And it's okay that the original plan you've planned hasn't worked out. You just need to revise it, go through it, and try again. And so I feel like I'm pretty much a testament to that. Like I said, I didn't return to university until I was 25, and I'm 31, and I'm still pursuing my goals in school. And I get to graduate next year, and I'm excited to begin finally a career in something that I'm excited about, that I get to continue to help others and still be a part of the scientific community, as well as be that positive example for my children and how important the value of an education is. And I really hope that I don't take it for granted. So with that, I wish you good luck. You got this. And I cannot wait to see the big things that you have in store. All the best.
Good afternoon. My name is Camille Armour, and it is my pleasure to introduce the next performance. This piece is an original created by TJ Travis for this event. Due to unforeseen circumstances, TJ will not be with us to perform live, but instead it will be performed by Leslie McCurdy. TJ Travis is an Afro-Indigenous artist and activist born and raised in Sandwich Town. He is the founder of the Bloomfield House and the Windsor Storytellers Collective. Currently, TJ is the executive director of ArtSite Incorporated, a nonprofit artist-run center. And now, here's Leslie.
Black butterfly, we see the ancestors in your eyes. We honor your continued rise towards excellence. The resonance of your reverence is bold. Black butterfly, you'll open the sky, ascending higher than the clouds to inherit the wisdom of your ancestral mounds. Black butterfly, it is now your time. You lift while you climb. In the spirit of Ubuntu, the ancients are with you. Black butterfly, lift your wings and soar. You have the future in your face. From this day forth, you'll claim your destined place. You'll take up space. You'll set the pace. And you'll never forget your worth. Black butterfly, you are the earth and the full stretch of the sky. Black butterfly, black butterfly, black butterfly. We see the ancestors in your eyes.
Thank you, TJ, and thank you, Leslie. Good afternoon. My name is Miriam Tolson Murty. Jeremiah Bowers is a youth advocate and community builder. He is in his fourth year of political science at the University of Windsor and currently sits as the Anti-Black Racism Project Assistant in the University of Windsor's Office of the Vice President, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. Having recently ended his term as the chair of the National Black Students Caucus, an arm of the Canadian Federation of Students representing over 500,000 students from coast to coast, His advocacy work has centered around Black liberation, dismantling racial inequalities, youth empowerment, and student leadership development. As a youth advocate, Jeremiah has provided an important perspective to policymakers and city leaders alike, including his 3 terms as the youngest and longest serving president of the University of Windsor's student body, the University of Windsor Students Alliance. He has ensured youth perspectives are centered and championed in efforts for more equitable, accessible, and affordable education for Black, Indigenous, and racialized students. Through his work, his aim is to create a safer and positive future where Black, Indigenous, and racialized youth feel empowered to reimagine and pursue the endless possibilities for themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jeremiah Bowers.
Good afternoon, class of 2021. I'm Jeremiah Bowers, and it is incredible to virtually be with all of you today to celebrate your excellence, your success, your commitment, your perseverance, and your passion. It's by no mistake that you made it across the stage, and it's by no mistake that this pandemic is the environment in which you will move from high school onto your next journey. And as you move into that next journey, I want you to think about this question. What does your Blackness mean to you? What's been most inspiring to me throughout this past year and a half is that despite being separated by the worst health crisis in our history, the one thing that remains strong, alive, and well is community. And throughout my years in education and in the workforce, what has given me comfort and the endurance to move forward is our community. Community is the only reason I'm here, because like you, I know all too well the barriers to our success as Black students. I know of those who've repeatedly shot us down and told us you'll never be able to, when we've done our best and consistently told ourselves, yes, I can, and yes, I will. I know of the teachers in classrooms who don't believe in our ability to succeed and tell us time and again that we're taking up too much space from our peers in conversation, that will never amount to anything. I know of guidance counselors who push us towards programs and courses that are below our skill and intellect. I know of school administrators who discipline us unfairly because we're seen as too aggressive in one scenario or too disruptive in the next. I know of peers who roll their eyes at us, invoke racial slurs against us, challenge our right to be in these academic and social spaces, underestimate our potential to exceed expectations, yet those are the same peers who are so quick to mimic our culture. As Black youths, we're often told to be resilient, but having resilience isn't always easy, and it isn't always enough. So I see and acknowledge you who've put in countless hours, including the infamous all-nighters, to get that assignment as perfect as you want it so you can submit it right on time for the deadline. You who may not have had a strong personal support network, but still thrived through school. You whose mother or father held them down. You who thrived because they leaned on educators who tirelessly looked out for and supported you. I see and celebrate all of you who know the burden of working twice as hard to ensure you get the recognition that you are due. But your success isn't about the expectations others have of you, nor is it about your ability to fulfill those expectations. It is about what matters to you. You are about to embark on the wildest journey of your young adult life. How do I know? Because when I left high school not that long ago, I felt like I was losing my security, my safe space, my comfort zone, my boys, my ride or dies that I've known for 4 years, all gone. But by walking into the unknown and crossing that bridge, I was able to discover more about myself than I could ever think possible. What is here, virtually anyway, around you right now, right here, is not just a community of Black students. It is a community of generations, of generational wisdom, of pride, of talent, of community-focused healing and love and support. And right here, right now, you are the future of our community. You'll decide what the future looks like for the Black community. You'll decide how our own community's values, understandings, and misunderstandings are shaped differently. You, the brilliant, beautiful, and boundless, will decide what the world around us as a whole will be. To those who aren't us, blackness may just be a matter of skin color. To some, it's just a theme for a month in February. But to us, it's so much more because it has to be. It must be. Throughout my student leadership experiences, I had to constantly remind myself that Black is beautiful and that my struggles today could mean either failure for the Black students of tomorrow in the eyes of others or their success. So I resolved that giving up on myself or anyone would never be an option. Through the teachings of my elders and my personal experiences, I've come to realize that resistance or resilience is not an option, but a responsibility we owe to those who fought for our right to exist, to learn, to work, and to prosper. And the fact is, because the works and abilities of us Black youths are consistently devalued and delegitimized, our Black excellence, our Blackness, is our resistance. There's a famous quote that I hold dear to my heart by Dr. Angela Davis. But before I get into that quote, let me just say Angela is a no-nonsense kind of fighter. She has lived unapologetically doing what many have deemed radical activism. But long ago when I learned about Angela and began reading up on her, I decided to model my leadership after a famous quote of hers. Her words gave birth to my raison d'etre. I am no longer. To those who often heard me say that quote, they thought it was just a favorite saying. To others, they thought it was about my style of leadership. To me, it represented so much more. And maybe I didn't realize it at the time, but as I emerged into who I am today, it became all too evident. I am no longer the Black boy in school who feared the language of degradation, the culture of othering, or the perception of undesirability. I am no longer the Black teenager who sought affirmation from those who can never recognize my worth. I am no longer the young Black man who allowed himself to fall victim to demonization by those who actively perpetuate anti-Blackness. No, I am no longer that person and never will be again. What I am is, in the words of Angela, no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I can't accept. Us Black youths are all lifelong students, always learning of and surviving in a world that was never shaped to accept our beauty or drive, but designed for our demise. Yet it is to that design I join the chorus and invite you to join the chorus of our existence's restless resistance and say, I am no longer. Refuse to accept anything less than what you deserve, because your imagination, your abilities, your future have never been and never will be anything short of remarkable. So to the class of 2021, congratulations. You've come far and will go even farther moving forward. You said, yes, I can, yes, I will, and yes, you did. Now join with me in saying, world, meet the next generation of Black excellence. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. I'm Sherry McCurdy Ducre, and on behalf of Sisters to Sister and Think Wise, I would like to extend my warmest thank you and gratitude for the two speakers today for taking time out of their schedules to contribute to our celebration with your words of wisdom and telling us your stories. Thank you very much for your help in making this a special day for our graduates. I hope that you enjoy the tokens of appreciation that you will be receiving from us. And thank you once again.
Good afternoon. My name's Leslie McCurdy, and we are finally at the part of the program that we've all been waiting for, the presentation of our graduates. We start with Anika Anderson is graduating from Riverside Secondary High School with a specialist high skills major for the health and wellness sector. She played on the school's soccer teams in grades 10 and 11 before COVID started, and plans on playing soccer for the University of Windsor, where she has been accepted into the Developmental Psychology and Family and Social Relations program. Next, Amina Atroun. She graduates from Assumption College High School. She says that whether or not she has received an award has not been revealed yet, which leads me to suspect that she may be under consideration for something. She's going to attend the University of Windsor in the fall to pursue a degree with honors in law and politics. Optimistically, she says she's going to become a lawyer. Oluwadamisi, or Dami, Babs Olorunfemi, is graduating from Assumption College Catholic High School's International Baccalaureate program. She was a captain on the debate team and a leader in her school's anti-racism ally group. In grade 9, she was a part of a group of students that organized a concert for mental health awareness, raising over $2,000 for our local Canadian Mental Health Association. She was in both the school choir and the school band, competed in 2 business case study competitions, DECA and OHLA, represented her school in the Ontario High School Ethics Bowl, worked with the Windsor-Essex County District School Board on a data collection project, worked with the Greater Essex County District School Board to promote robotics in elementary schools, and served as the assistant head usher and a financial aide in her church. She is also an executive at BMed, a student-led nonprofit group that works to empower Black youths aspiring to enter the medical profession. She is on the Distinguished Honor Roll for maintaining an average of over 90%, the Principal Circle of Scholars for an average over 90%, earned first place in the Ontario English Catholic Teachers Association writing competition at the city level in 2020 for a short story, second place in the Optimus Oratorical Contest club level, first place at the Massey Debate Invitationals in the spring of 2019, and has been awarded a Be a Gem Foundation Scholarship Award, Top Award of $5,000. She will be entering the University of Windsor this fall, where she will begin working on her Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. Joanna Buntu was born and raised in Burundi and is graduating from St. Joseph's High School. This fall, she will be going to the University of Windsor to study business and computer science. She likes music, baking, and spending time with people she loves. She says, quote, "In my spare time, I serve my community through volunteering. I challenge myself to meet new people, experience new environments, and learn new skills. In the future, I look forward to returning to my homeland and helping my brothers and sisters by creating employment opportunities and giving back to the community," end quote. On the way there, she will stop at the University of Windsor to pursue a degree in business and computer science. Sarah Candio is planning on going to the University of Ottawa for BA Honors in Linguistics in September after graduating from École Secondaire de la Mont-Cadillac, where she was part of the Major Haute Spécialisation, or Specialist High School Majors program. My French is not nearly as good as hers probably is, in hospitality and tourism. I also happen to know she is a very talented actor and singer and has been a featured performer with Black Kids in Action for many years. Soraya Caesar graduates from St. Joseph Catholic High School, a member of the Honor Society, having maintained an average grade of at least 90% in grades 10, 11, and 12, while keeping a very busy schedule. She has countless volunteer hours at her church, in school, and as a co-op student at Windsor Regional Hospital, often working with children. She was on the first place team of the regional Eureka Windsor Research Competition, participated in the Science Olympiad hosted by the University of Windsor, and completed the SHSM Health and Wellness Program. Also an athlete, she played volleyball, soccer, basketball, ran cross country, and was an officer-bound athlete in long jump and the 200-meter dash, and I will assume that COVID took that out also. Soraya will be going to the University of Windsor, studying in the Biomedical Sciences Health stream, with a biochemical emphasis, with the goal of eventually becoming a pediatrician or oncologist. She has been named a University of Windsor Outstanding Scholar, which will allow her to participate in numerous research opportunities along the way. Ashanti Christian graduated from E.J. La Jeunesse Secondary School, where her favorite part of high school was being part of the OFSA champion single A girls basketball team. Come September, she will be moving to Toronto to study kinesiology and health science at York University, where she has earned a scholarship to play for the women's basketball team. Jamila Christian is also graduating from E.J. La Jeunesse Secondary School. Her favorite subject was English, and she also thoroughly enjoyed winning the single A girls OFSA basketball championship. She too earned a scholarship and will be going to Ryerson University, where she will play on the women's varsity basketball team while studying psychology. Gabrielle Monroe-Dubois is graduating from Riverside Secondary School, where she has been on the honor roll throughout her high school career. She has been on the debate team, served as a Windsor West Indian Youth Ambassador, as a community outreach volunteer for the Windsor Christian Fellowship, and earned second place in the Greater Essex County District School Board Pluralist Writing Award in 2021. She has been selected as an Outstanding Scholar candidate and will be going to the University of Windsor for the Behavior, Cognition, and Neuroscience program. She plans to go to medical school to become a neurologist and hopes to study abroad in either her third year as an undergrad or in medical school. Efamina Manuela Egujobo is a graduate from Assumption College High School and is already a CEO of her own company, Simply Hair Care, and entrepreneurship is one of her many passions. She has been an honor student throughout her entire time in high school and participated in the Multicultural Club, Model UN, the basketball and volleyball teams, been one of the 4 representatives on the Student Advisory Council, and volunteered with the Windsor Regional Spelling Bee Executive Committee for quite some time. She will attend the University of Toronto in the Social Science program to major in criminology and minor in business. She also intends to continue her entrepreneurship, taking her business to the next level and making it a full-time career. Angelica Gibson graduates from Walkerville Collegiate Institute High School, where she was accepted into the Walkerville Center for the Creative Arts piano program. She plans to take the 3-year Business Accounting Diploma program at St. Clair College, followed by an additional year finishing her degree in Nipissing University. She hopes to continue her piano studies to earn her grade 8 piano level with the Royal Conservatory of Music Canada and to continue to play on occasion for her church. Angelina Q is graduating from F.J. Brennett Catholic High School. Another honor roll student, she has done sports scorekeeping and has been part of the Justice League, the Gay Straight Alliance, and Cardinal Crew Mentoring. She will attend the University of Windsor, working for a bachelor's degree in honors economics. Kawada Sigrion will be attending the University of Windsor now that she has graduated from Holy Names Catholic High School, where she will study general science for her first year, then transfer to the biochemistry program to pursue her bachelor's degree before moving on to medical school. Her goal is to become a pediatrician as she adores children and loves helping people. She just wanted to say congratulations to all of her fellow graduates, adding, quote, "You did it, and that's what matters. You should be proud," end quote. So should she. Andre Ferguson is graduating from Westview Freedom Academy. Always active in track and field, he won a bronze medal in the 100-meter ID, intellectual disability, race in 2018 at OFSA, setting a new record for which he got to meet the track star, Andre DeGrasse. He defended his title, winning gold again in the 100-meter ID at OFSA in Toronto in 2019 and would have tried again this year but for COVID. He played on the junior basketball team and was manager of the senior boys basketball team in 2018 and 2019. Despite COVID, he had an opportunity to do his co-op placement at Fresco early this year, which he thoroughly enjoyed. He is a kind and generous young man, always helping out others. He is looking forward to starting college in the fall and will be attending St. Clair College through the Community Integration through Cooperative Education Program, or CICE, a program for those with developmental and intellectual disabilities. Isaac Harris will be graduating from Sandwich Secondary School. As a proud Sabre, he participated in multiple sports, including baseball, badminton, and dodgeball. He was also a student leader, assisting in the facilitation and planning of Grade 9 Day, and was going to be volunteering at the Youth Leadership Camp Canada, YLCC, before COVID. This honor roll student will be attending the University of Windsor, studying for a Bachelor of Commerce with a co-op. 17-year-old Ira Dondieu Candende, who turns 18 in December, is graduating from École Secondaire de la Mothe Cadillac, a French public high school here in Windsor. He was involved in the basketball and volleyball team at school and learned plenty of things that can help on and off the court. He will be majoring in political science at the University of Windsor, aiming for a career in governmental affairs. He has a quote that he has always shared and that he always stands by. Simply, chase your dreams. Because he believes that, quote, anything you set your mind to can always be accomplished, end quote. Wise words, young man. Israel Oni is a new graduate from F.J. Brennan High School. He loves to play basketball and run. This fall, he will be heading to St. Clair College to pursue a career in plumbing. That's good because I need a plumber. This fall, he will be heading to St. Clair, I said that already, sorry. During the first onset of pandemic, he was able to get his first full-time job as a cement worker. He says, quote, the pandemic has changed my view of many things in life and often has me thinking about my future, end quote. I think a lot of us share that with you, Israel. DeAndre Reyes Pena is another graduate who has been on the honor roll throughout his high school career at E.J. La Jeunesse Secondary School. He participated in track and field in grades 9 and 10. However, due to COVID, grade 11 and 12 activities were canceled. He will attend St. Clair College to train to become a motive power technician. Malik Ramsey is a graduate from Bell River District High School, where he was on the basketball team. A proud noble, he has a keen sense of social justice that guides his studies and personal life. His senior English SSE was on the Black Lives Matter movement, its importance, and its impact on our communities. Malik has accepted an offer to attend St. Clair College in the Business Administration and Marketing 3-year program that he will enter in September. And he is very excited to start this next chapter of his life. Now, our graduates had the option of sending in a video for the biography, and one ambitious young person took that initiative. Here is Makai Kwarshi sharing his story himself.
Hi there, so my name is Makai, my friends call me Kai, and I just wanted to start off by saying it's an absolute honor to be selected for this Black Butterfly, Black Monarch graduation celebration. So, I was asked to submit a bio, and here is a few things about me. So obviously I'm graduating from Assumption College Catholic High School. I'm graduating from the IB program, so that's International Baccalaureate. It's a very strenuous and rigorous program on a higher academic level for high school students, and it's meant to prepare us for university. So it's great to be graduating with the diploma this year. I've been lucky enough at my tenure at Assumption to now graduate as the Deputy Prime Minister of my school's student council, as well as a senior member on the debate club, the ethics bowl club. We had a competition earlier this year, it was amazing, and as well as athlete of the year. So as for my future plans, I plan to go to U of T next year, specifically for journalism. And journalism is something that I came across recently. I've always been a soccer player my whole life, hence the Athlete of the Year award. But also, throughout high school, I've noticed that I'm pretty good at public speaking. starting in grade 10, I've won countless competitions. One was called Poetry and Voice. It was a spoken poetry competition where I came first in my high school and came second in the provincial evaluation. Another was the Optimist Oratorical. And I just kept doing pretty well in countless public speaking competitions. So I wanted to combine my love of sports and my love for public speaking into one. And the only direct conduit that I saw was journalism, because maybe I could be a sports journalist. So that's the direction I'm going in. I'm taking journalism next year, and I'm just going to see where it takes me. It's not the most conventional program, but I'm super excited. Once again, I want to say thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I will be forever grateful.
Dear friends, that was our Black Butterfly, Black Monarch graduating high school of 2021. Wherever you are, please stand up and let's give them a big hand.
All right, now we are going to be moving on to our raffle. We've got some wonderful prizes or gifts to raffle off to our graduates. We have a $250 gift, Visa MasterCard. We also have a $100 gift, Visa MasterCard, a $50 gift, Visa MasterCard, and 4 $25 Ultimate Dining cards, which you can go to different restaurants like Harvey's or Swiss Chalet or Kelsey's and many others. So we're gonna get started. Now we're gonna use a automatic computer generated selection. All of our graduates' names are listed here, and the computer is going to shuffle your names and select the winners. So here we go. So the first raffle is for $250. Here we go. I'm going to pick a random name. And the winner is Israel. Israel, congratulations. Israel. All right. So now we are going to select the next person to win $100. And here we go. I'm going to pick another name. Start. All right. It is, can you see? Okay. Water. Hopefully I didn't say it wrong. Did I say that incorrect? K-Water is the winner of the $100 Visa MasterCard. Congratulations. And now, the $50 gift card is DeAndre. DeAndre, you are the winner of the $50 Visa MasterCard. Congratulations. Now we are going to be moving on to the $25 gift cards. We have 4 of them. So just so you know, when you win, your name is excluded for the next draw. So. Angelica Gibson, you have won one of the $25 gift cards to the restaurant. All right. And next $25 gift card goes to Efene Manuela. You have won another $25 gift card. Got 2 more to go. The next $25 gift card goes to Ashanti. Ashanti, congratulations. And the last winner of the raffle is Jamila Christian. You won a $25 gift card. Congratulations. Congratulations, graduates. Enjoy. And now our MC will come back for some final words.
Each of our graduates will also receive a $50 Visa or MasterCard because we did not feed you. And since we are all here squinting at our phones trying to see the graduates and not eating, We are also hungry, but we're going to send you the $50 so you can go and get something to eat. Also, all the graduates will receive a gift from the Sister to Sister. And we'd also like to thank everyone who contributed to this graduation celebration today. And thank you for your contributions to making today a success. This is obviously our first virtual effort. We don't like it. It came out nice, but we would like to shake the hands of the graduates and talk to them. And so we'd like to tell you that if any of you has any questions from any of the women who are involved in this or the men, and want some advice on what you're taking in university based on some of the professions that I've indicated, feel free to reach out to us, because one of the things that we're missing with this virtual version of the graduation celebration is the contact that we usually have with the graduates afterwards. We like to chit chat, introduce ourselves. We like to be accessible to all of you, to mentor, to ask questions of. And so we're still putting ourselves out there for that. From the women of Sister to Sister, we would like to congratulate all of the graduates. This has been a very trying year. It's been a year of change in many ways. It's been a year of the microscope being put right on some of the major social issues that we have in our community. And it has been a year where every single one of you graduates has had to adapt and adjust to something that none of us has had to adapt to and adjust to before. Many of you lost things as far as your senior year. It wasn't the senior year that you planned, and it certainly wasn't the senior year that you'd ever want to have again. But what we'd like to tell you is that from today, moving forward, you have come through something that the entire world has had to deal with together in overcoming this pandemic. When you look back on this past year, you will look back and say, I survived COVID and I graduated from high school and I'm moving forward from there. And we'd like to encourage you to keep that positive, forward-moving attitude and try to regain some of the things that you may have lost. And hopefully none of you lost people in your lives, because obviously that is the biggest and the ultimate loss. And while some of you lost your sports and your athletics and your classes for the year, many people lost loved ones, and for that, we send our condolences around the world. And we are here today to congratulate you on making it through that. Some of you sat in a little room in the basement on TV every day, going to school or pretending to go to school. I think my niece is logged in while she's sleeping. But you made it through and you graduated, and we'd like to encourage you to keep moving forward, and we wish you the best of luck in all of your future endeavors. We had such a great group of graduates with many different things they're going to pursue in university and college, and we congratulate you and we wish you all the best. And now I'm going to welcome again Sherry McCurdy-Ducre, and we are going to close today's Black Butterfly, Black Monarch graduation celebration with the singing of the Black National Anthem. Thank you everyone who attended today, and hopefully next year we will see you in person, and right about now we'll be eating. Thank you, Linda. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmony of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us, facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.